What are you doing? Where is your mother? What's happening? Welcome back to another How to Make Your Monster OP guide. Our monster today is brought to you by Wicker Stervolski, who suggested we do Tobi Kadachi. Thank you very much, sir, for the recommendation. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, by the way. But anyways, we have a pretty amped up Tobi Kadachi build today. This one works really great if you love critical hits and double attacking monsters with your Monstie. I'm actually glad to be doing this Monstie so fast because in World, this was one of the 3 monsters in the game that really caught my eye. And the fact that he reminds me of Loeder, that huge mound of a snake in Monster Hunter 4U, he's like a puppy Mudar. Alright, let me stop and go ahead and introduce you to this build before I ramble on too much. The best genes that fit onto Tobi are going to be ones that reflect off his power, speed, and crit stats. So, our first gene is pretty simple, Critical IXL, just to boost our critical rate by a bunch more. This will be followed by Critical Kinship XL, which when we do critical hits on the monster, except for our Riding Kinship attack, we will be gaining more kinship than normal so that we can do more skills and have a constant kinship gauge. Of course, we also have Thunder Plus Gene XL to increase our Thunder attack. And then lastly, we have Synchronized Gene XL. I haven't used this gene yet and was pretty curious to see if it was worth it. This gene seriously increases double attack damage. Of course, it also depends on who the other one is and the double attack, but the damage difference with this gene is very noticeable. I think the most damage I've done with this was 2.1k with a double attack. I was pretty surprised with it. On to our other genes. First will be Thunderclad Gene XL, which is from Bolt Reaver with a cost of 19 kinship. This gives us Azure Voltage, which moderately buffs our thunder attack and defense for 5 turns, and charges up power for 2 turns. All this is letting us hit even harder than normal. Very similar to when you use Merciless Roar for Opto or Valiant Flare for fire monsters. Next we have Bloodsuck Gene M, coming from Kezu with a cost of 17 kinship. This gives us Bolt Eater, a tech move that deals medium damage to one enemy. But this move is very good because the damage dealt to the enemy, you get a certain percentage back as health. When you get a crit with this and you buff with Azure Voltage, it's like almost healing with a max potion while beating up whatever you're fighting. For our power attack, we are using Onslaught Gene L. With the cost of 20 kinship, Plasma Pressure deals medium damage to one enemy with a fairly high chance to critical hit. This goes great with critical kinship in case we need more for our gauge, or if you want to just deal strong damage to counter a monster, here you go. And lastly, for our speed attack, we are going to be using Zygnogre Gene L. Cost of 24 kinship gives us Thunder Fist, which deals heavy damage to one enemy. It also has a medium chance to inflict paralysis for 3 turns. You're going to be doing major damage stacked with Azure Voltage, but again, that crit plus a paralysis is such a sweet feeling. If I had known early on in the story that Tobi could be this OP, I probably would have had him on my team. He would have made Ultura a lot more easy.
You would have saved my life, Tobi.
But overall, this build is super fun and effective. But if you want replacement genes in case you don't like my build, then my only suggestion is this. Anything that can crit. I know this sounds very vague, but we don't want to waste his critical style moves that can't crit. So anything from Lightning Horn, Thunderball, Lightning Blade, to even Thunder Rampage. As long as it can crit, you are making a very nice build, and I believe in every single one of you to make that happen. But, other than that, that will be the build for Tobi Kadachi. If you guys want another Monstie, like let's say your favorite, go ahead and comment below and tell me why it's your favorite. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.